Josee, I know that the birds at Harry are fed 100% exclusive Tropican. Can you explain when and how the high performance and the lifetime are implemented with the Harry flock?
Absolutely. We use the high performance quite a lot in reality because we do use the high performance as weaning granules, and we also use it as a diet through the weaning stages of our birds. And so post hand feeding formula and syringe feeding, the birds are immediately converted to the soaked weaning pellets, whether it's the parrot size or the sticks or the biscuits. Now we also use this as a conversion diet when birds first arrive to our breeding colony. Rare are the birds that are exclusively fed on unextruded pellets. So we usually use the high performance because of its high palatability, and so it's definitely most favorable, and we have lots of success with it. Second to that, I would add that we use a lot of the high performance throughout the fledgling age until the birds reach a juvenile stage. As for Amazons, that would be significantly less time than for macaws. Especially when we're talking about some of our double yellow-headed Amazon species. We have to monitor weight more regularly just to make sure that the birds are not gaining the excess weight, because then they might carry this weight now throughout the juvenile years, and we all know that during the reproductive stages that will not be favorable, and for their life health as well. The birds are actually fed the high performance diet just prior to the breeding season, perhaps a few weeks prior to the onset of the seasonal changes within our indoor aviaries, such as the misting, the increase in temperature. And so this prepares the birds nutritionally to be ready to actually form an egg and have enough vitamin E and have enough calcium to perform this. We do live in Canada at Harry, and the birds are outdoors in September, in October as well. And these birds are in outdoor flights, and they do require additional energy. And so even for our juvenile birds that are in the outdoor aviaries, during these colder climates or seasons, will also receive occasionally some high performance.
So Josee, when would the birds at Harry be using the lifetime formula?
Well, most of the birds at Harry that are fed the lifetime formula are birds that are going through out of breeding season. The birds that are also through their juvenile ages and have not yet reached the age of breeding will also receive mostly lifetime formula, because we don't want to increase the likelihood that they will put on some extra weight. There's also an exception to be made here at Harry, that we keep most of our conures and our Quakers on a lifetime formula practically 80% of the time. They're rarely fed the high performance diet. Even throughout some of the breeding stages, the birds are fed lifetime formula, and they do exceptionally well. These birds can actually raise babies that are very healthy and have a normal growth curve on the lifetime formula as well. Now, approximately 10-15 years ago were the first years where there was a major concern for the smaller species of birds to be fed the higher protein. And some of the research that we did at Harry in those days revealed that the birds were we were challenging their kidney too much with the high protein levels. And so at that time we started to change our protocol here and started to feed our conure colony and our Quaker collection mostly the lifetime formula. And in those days we were actually grinding down our lifetime formula and feeding 50% of our birds with the high performance and 50% with the lifetime, and we were actually going inside the nest and coloring the baby birds inside the nest just to make sure we would keep track of the clutches and the individuals within the clutches to perform some comparative studies to see if there was actually a weight gain increase or favorable chick growth when the birds were being fed the high performance. And the growth was actually equivalent. Whether the birds were being fed the lifetime or the high performance, the growth was equivalent. And we then decided that for their health, we would then continue to feed these birds on the lifetime formula.